welcome to actually the season premiere episode of the Anything Else Somewhere Else podcast, season 2.
You're starting off on a good note because you actually remembered the name of the podcast.
I did. We've got some new questions. We've got some new faces, as we always do. This week, obviously, I'm your host, Mr. Olli Eldrick. Joining me in the co-host seat, I have Mr. Alex Lints.
Hello, hello.
Joining us in the producer chair, I have Mr. Dallasoutsyder.
Hello, I'm Dallas.
And joining us in the hot seats, plural, this is a new one for us. We have Joel Godet and Mark Poppin. Guys, lovely to have you.
Hi, guys. Thank you so
This is
much
so
for
weird.
the invitation.
This
Well-
is so weird. We're
well-
normally asking the questions.
Well, why? Shall we talk about why do we have you guys on the podcast
Yeah,
today?
go ahead.
Absolutely.
Well, as of today, as of this
Why
episode...
do you have us on,
Yeah.
Ollie?
Why are we
What's
here?
going on,
Well,
man?
if anyone's seeing this, you'll know why. It's because obviously our video is now on the Funky Moose channel. We've
Welcome.
partnered with Funky Moose to bring anything else onto your guys' platform and to reap the rewards together, which is exciting. And obviously, you guys have been running the Sit Down podcast on there for, crikey, how long now? 2-3 years?
Coming on 5 years, I think.
Longer than I
Almost
thought.
5.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
How many episodes are you guys on at now?
Over
240 went up today.
Yeah.
Twice a week isn't cutting it.
Well, I'm just going to be blunt and clear about this. I had no idea you guys were doing this until that day you hit me up there, Alex. So was that like a few weeks ago or whatever? And I don't even remember what you had said in the message. It was something.
I just said, hey, we're doing a podcast. Do you want to be on it, basically?
Yeah. And I was like, what? What are you talking about? So you sent me the link to it. So I started looking into it and I was watching a few of the episodes. I think I started with the Adam Johnson episode.
Yeah.
And then I hit you back up and I'm like, dude, I really freaking love what you're doing here. And I was like, I'd love to get in the door and talk to you guys about this. And then basically it was a soft pitch idea of essentially you guys just keep doing what you're doing, but instead of broadcasting it on, trying to build a whole YouTube channel, like we've got 3 out of 4 boxes checked on our channel. And it was like, man, if you guys are willing to come on our channel in hopes that we can just cross that bridge together and then we'll work it out moving forward type of thing. Like ideally, I would love to have some content on a date, like 7 days a week,
yeah.
like our podcast on a Monday, something on Tuesday, something on Wednesday. I would love
So if you have
to
any
do that.
ideas out there, get in touch.
Yeah, for sure. So this
I've
is...
been, while you were talking, I'm trying to think, like, how did I hear about the podcast? Because I listened to a couple of episodes. I don't know where that came from. Did you guys share it?
Yeah,
And I saw that, or
it's shared on
Yeah, we've been sharing it on our Instagrams and stuff like that every
Yeah.
episode. and-
Didn't I send you the link that Alex sent
no?
me?
I knew it before you.
Oh, well,
I
thanks for
didn't
telling me.
totally-
He doesn't tell me anything.
Such a hipster.
If I don't ask him, he doesn't tell me.
You're
But
so
yeah.
behind the curve.
One of the other interesting things I will say about having you guys on, rather than just being the two of you and obviously all the changes going on with the video and stuff, is you're also our first non-musician guests that we've had.
Uh-huh.
You guys are still obviously very active in the music scene in Saskatchewan, but you're not necessarily
That's not
known
what
for
you're
your
known
own
for.
music.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk a little bit about that, guys?
Well, Joel is going to be a musician. Are we not talking about that?
I mean, I guess I could give a little exclusive snippet, maybe.
Good.
Do tell.
Well, okay, I'll tell you a little story here.
Oh, this podcast is only half an hour, so
I'll try and keep it short and sweet. But basically, a couple 2 or 3 years ago, what I wanted to do is I wanted to put myself in a musician's position. Like I don't go into the studio, I don't record, so I don't know that process, right? But I do know enough people and I've got enough friends where I had access to a studio.
Yeah.
So that's what I did. I hooked it up at Skull Creek Studios. I talked to my friend Aspen and I'm like, can I just come in and lay down some vocals on a cover song and like, let's just see what happens just so I can experience it. And then I can have a better idea of when I'm talking to you musicians, what types of questions to ask, what you guys are going through. It's more relatable. So anyways, this song...
and he did all of this without me. So me not telling him anything.
yeah.
Goes both ways.
Yeah.
So Aspen agreed. So I went into the studio and I laid down some vocal. He helped me graciously with some vocals for the song "My Own Way to Rock" from Burton Cummings.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Like Aspen laid down the whole I don't even know the terminology. Like he put down
The backing track,
the
basically,
backing
yeah.
track for me to sing over. I gave him some references and stuff, which he did. Dude, it was like the most nerve-wracking experience of my life.
Sweating bullets.
I was sweating, but I was so cold. It was just really weird in my head, and it was a hell of a good time. I was in the studio one afternoon, I think for about 4 or 5 hours, and laid down some tracks. Then I started hitting up some friends, musician friends, and I'm like, hey, I'm just piecing this together. The actual original idea was if I can get the song completed and get Burton Cummings' attention, maybe I can get him to come headline Moose Fest or something.
You don't,
right?
want Burton Cummings' attention.
But no, he'd say he would, and then he'd do it in 10 years.
Right? So that was the original kind of concept idea. But since then, I've been able to get Graham Templeman from Arcana Kings on percussion. So
Cool.
he's got all the drums down. And recently I got Luke Johnner from the Johnner Brothers on keys. For it. He laid that down for me. So I've asked a few other musicians.
Luke is the next best thing. If Burton wouldn't do it, then
Oh, dude, it was like, so I threw a little teaser in my stories there, I think last week, of just Luke's piano solo. It was just amazing.
you don't need Burton Cummings.
They're basically building like a Ringo Starr all-star band kind of thing.
I'm just, it's probably never going to see the light of day. It was just something that I was doing for like my personal experience, like my checklist, checkbox, or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
And like I said, it was just to like know what you guys are going through regularly, because I have no flipping idea, and that's not easy, dude. It is not easy. But it's been a shit ton of fun. So that's what Mark is referring to.
Nice.
But also, you guys have also been doing work with some other musicians around, obviously with like, if we can mention like people like Josh Stumpf and stuff.
Oh, absolutely.
You guys have
Yeah,
been doing
yeah.
some amazing work there.
I'm actually, and even I guess another little exclusive for you is I've been kind of working a little bit with I think you guys know him, Evan Baxter.
I know Evan quite well. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's I got my hands in that cookie jar a little bit there too, but I can't really discuss anything with that
No,
yet.
of course, but it's exciting to.
But coming up, there's there's a lot, man. I love cookies. What can I say? I eat a lot of cookies.
Well, it's been.
What?
Do you want to do your bit?
Oh, yeah, I guess. Yeah. It's great to have both of you here, but, for Christ's sake, can you talk about anything else?
Let's not talk about music here. So,
what we got?
Dude,
So
okay.
actually, so we.
Go ahead.
I was walking out the door. I get the text from Joel. I'm outside. Oh, and bring yourself and a topic. I'm like, a what? A topic. So we discussed in the vehicle, like, what's our topic going to be?
I was going to say, are you double handing a topic, or are we doing like one off each other? Am I going to have to?
Well,
we kind of agreed on a couple topics. So if we run out of one, we can do another one.
Sweet.
All right.
Okay, so here's the
You
first
want
one.
to start?
No, you go ahead, because I feel like I'm doing more talking.
Let's
than you.
say, okay, let me ask you a question.
Oh, yeah.
Who built the pyramids?
Aliens.
Oh.
I was going to go for the architect of Khufu, but
Nerd.
yeah, I've been to Egypt. I've been in it.
I had the History Channel. Back when it was the History Channel.
Do you truly think that it was aliens that did it?
No.
No? Do you think it was like the Egyptians?
Yeah.
That did it?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know, man. I'm a little skeptical on that for sure. I almost to the point, man, that I could go so deep into all of this.
Well, that's the whole, that was kind of
the idea.
Yeah.
About aliens, right? And if they actually exist, or are aliens just the future versions of the human race? Like the evolution of humans in like
Yeah.
1,000
500
years
years, yeah.
is what we're seeing today with the UFOs and the aliens and all of that. It could be
Is
just
that
the
the plot of
evolution.
Interstellar?
Might be. I don't know.
Is it?
I got kind of bored watching it, if I'm being honest.
Oh, really? So that was one topic we came at. Another one, Mark doesn't like this one so much, but I thought it could be fitting, seeing as it's October, is we could maybe talk about like Halloween stories or like trick or treating or that kind of thing.
Love
Mark
Halloween.
hates Halloween.
Actually, what is like? Obviously, one thing Mark and I share is we're both not from this country originally. You're from the Netherlands. I'm from the UK. What is Halloween like in the UK? Just genuinely curious. What's it like not in the UK? In the
doesn't
Netherlands?
exist.
At all? Even still?
Well, now it's coming, people are like, oh, they do this in the US. Maybe we should do this
Because
too.
it's awesome.
It is. It's fun. It's just fun.
It is.
My
I
dad
agree.
hates Halloween.
Yeah.
Loves all.
How about you, though?
I quite like it. My mum really likes it. My parents wouldn't let me trick or treat though, so I've never been trick or treating. My mum still does put on a whole show, puts on a big show for
the
trick or
kids,
treaters.
yeah.
But I was not allowed to go out and do it myself.
So here's
Were
the thing.
you part of the show for the ones
in my
that would come?
in my teenage years and in my adult years when I was like visiting home if I was at home over Halloween, yeah, I would like run out in like a black robe with a sword and
Hell
chase
yeah.
like show offy
Yep.
teenagers out the front garden.
So in Holland, there's a holiday. It's in September, I think. It's Saint Martin, the whatever, and it's kind of the same where kids build this lantern, usually at school, and it's made out of paper, and you put a candle in, and then you take that lantern and you go door to door, kind of like trick or treating. And some dress up and whatever, so it's kind of the same as Halloween, but not
I think
quite.
everybody's kind of got their version of it, sort
But
of
then,
thing.
so the reason I started hating it is because I got this as a kid. I got this lantern and I went door to door and I went to my neighbors and they were like, "Oh yeah, here's candy." I'm like, "This is what I'm doing this for?" Fuck. So I turned around and I told my mom, "This is the last time I'm ever doing this."
What were you expecting to get, though?
What
I don't
kind
know.
of candy
I don't
was
know.
it that
He was
made
expecting-
you
he
so
was expecting a
disappointed?
firm
Yeah, like, what
investment
kind
into a
of
business
child
opportunity.
were you? Like,
I don't.
Dutch.
I don't know.
Where's the bicycle? Where's the sound investment into financial institutions? I just don't know what's going. Sorry.
Yeah, exactly. So here I am, like, well, why am I going around begging for candy if I have a whole cupboard full of ready-made candy that my mom got from the store? Why do I have to go to my neighbors? So that's kind of where that all started. And then I got to Halloween and got into a bus. It's a long story that I don't want to talk about. But
Did you get molested or something?
no.
Okay.
No. No, it was no.
Then I
I don't-
got into a bus. Some things happened that I don't want to talk about.
I don't remember the end of the evening. So it was anyway, I hate Halloween.
Dallas, did you ever do any trick or treating?
Oh yeah, I did trick or treating until I was
kidding
like
me?
18.
Yeah, this guy lives
Really?
for Halloween.
Till 18.
Yeah.
Oh,
To be fair, he does. This is like Dallas joined. How old were you when
Up
you
until
joined the band when we
like
first
last
met
year?
you?
Like last year, like 25.
You were 20.
Four.
Yeah, first question we asked you was, "Can you get into bars?" Because we weren't sure how old you were.
Oh man, I freaking love Halloween. Every year we decorate our property like a cemetery and just got all kinds of lights.
Oh,
and all
yeah.
kinds of-
Okay, bugs me because you like Halloween.
Yeah.
My fiance likes Halloween.
Yeah.
But both of you have the same problem, and it annoys me. Do you like horror films?
Oh, dude.
Yeah,
Dude, let me
how
tell
can
you
how
something.
can you like Halloween and not like horror films?
Dude, I
I like them. I just don't watch
Oh.
them because I'm.
See?
Okay, well,
I don't.
okay.
I don't like either.
I don't like modern ones because they scare the shit out of me. But I love like 80s slasher flicks and stuff, man. Like that's my favorite stuff to watch.
Because I was in Home Sense the other day. I know this isn't very Halloweeny. This makes me sound very middle class. But like, sounds funny things like, oh, that's good Halloween decoration. Like that's a glass pumpkin. That's you like autumn. You
Oh
like
no,
fall.
no, decorations wise, no. I want like the most amazing stuff you can get. Yeah.
Hell yeah, the ones that'll like make you crap
Oh,
your
yeah.
pants. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's what I'm into too. This is how
Cry
much
your
we
pants?
like crap.
Oh, crap.
Crap.
Oh, okay.
This is how much I love horror flicks, and my wife included. So I've got a 9-year-old son. My son's name is Kemper, Kemper.
Did you,
How he got his name?
please don't say you named him after Ed Kemper.
That's one reason. But there's 3 reasons why we named him that, actually. One is because of that, but that wasn't the main reason. My wife as well likes horror flicks. Her favorite movie of all time is the frickin' Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah.
The one with Jessica Biel there, that
Yeah.
one. And the first guy who dies in that movie, the character's name is Kemper. So that was like fitting. And then we also, because we're in a French community, we wanted a name where you can't flip it into French. Like Joel, Joel, Michael, Michel. Like we were like, no, it's got to be just the name is what it is, and you can't change it. And we were like, Kemper works for
I
that.
guess you
Yeah.
go Kemper, but it's just a
Yeah, you
Kemper,
can't
isn't
go
it?
compare or whatever, right? It's Kemper, but yeah, it's because from the Texas Chainsaw
Fair enough.
Massacre.
I see. I love scary films. I've always. God, I love.
What's your favorite one?
I don't know. I don't know what my favorite is. I've always got a soft spot for The Exorcist.
Series?
Like
Just the first
Just
one.
the first one?
The Omen, the series of that I've got a soft spot for.
Right.
I like crap. I love, more than anything in the world, one of my favorite things to watch is I like watching films from about 1995 to now of a group of teenage or young people getting together in a place and being picked off one by one. Call it a slasher, call it a haunted house film.
Yeah.
I know I'm not going to find necessarily scary, but I find them fun.
Oh, dude.
I find them incredibly comforting to watch. One I watched recently that I thought was very good that isn't like that, but is a very good film from last year. And if you're watching at home, you should watch this. Late Night with the Devil.
Oh, yeah.
Starring
Oh,
David
is that-
Dastmalchian.
Is that where it was like the talk show or
70s
whatever?
talk show, yeah.
Dude, I liked
watched it the
too.
other day. My fiance works night shift, so when she goes away, I sit in the basement and watch horror films.
Yeah.
And I did that, got very drunk, and then did not want to go to bed for a little bit.
It was kind of a like the ending makes you think a little bit.
It
hey?
does, yeah. It's one of those ones where it definitely flips the script on like what you've just seen.
Yep.
Big fan of that one.
Yeah, I liked it too.
But that's the thing, like, I think one thing that's different about the way that Halloween is for me growing up and the Halloween over here is that, like, the concept of, like, what is autumnal and what's fall and what's Halloween are separate.
Autumnal?
Yeah, are separate in the UK.
Autumnal.
Autumnal, yeah.
Yeah. Fall.
Don't say autumnal.
I love the word
Just
autumnal.
tricolor all over again.
But, like, they're separate feelings. While over here, I feel like the season of fall and Halloween season have kind of been mushed together. So, like, it all feels combined in a way.
Yeah.
Because what would you consider to be like? What would you guys? What would anyone?
Well, no, I think you're right. You're right, but I don't know. Like, I mean, you got a shit ton of pumpkins and stuff everywhere, so that would goes with the season and
Yeah.
stuff. And then maybe it's just the color palette that's out there with the fallen leaves.
Where
and-
all the women wear their brown boots up to their knees and then black leggings and then a light brown cardigan.
Yeah.
almost
And the
sounds
big
like
hat.
every freaking tourist in Nashville.
Well, that's pretty.
Right?
if you see a
girls.
knockoff Carrie Underwood, it usually means it's September or later.
Yeah. If you're wearing that, please don't.
Dallas, do you like horror movies?
Oh yeah.
What's your favorite one?
The Shining?
The Shining?
And do you
okay.
wear that stuff? And do you wear the outfit?
Yeah, what's your favorite Halloween
I
costume
meant the black
you've ever
leggings
done?
and the brown boots.
I could see him in it.
Actually, my favorite costume that I wore was when I used to be a Halloween actor for a theme park in Vancouver, and I dressed up as the Leatherface from Texas
Hell
Chainsaw Massacre.
yeah.
Yeah, that one was my favorite. I got to use a chainsaw too.
Was it a real chainsaw?
No, the chains were off.
Yeah, but it's still a real
It was a
chainsaw.
real one. It was
Yeah.
a real
Yeah.
one.
Chainsaw's real.
So the
Just no
chainsaw
chain.
real, just no chain.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
You can still whack someone with it if you want
Yeah,
to.
yeah, exactly.
That's
Dude,
good
when we
stuff.
used that chainsaw in that video for the Radiant, that was so dangerous, man.
It was because
That
it was
was
real
so
and it
good.
had a chain.
It was
And it was
my
running.
chains, my Husqvarna that I hadn't run in a couple of years, so I was lucky
Blue
it
smoke
fired up.
everywhere.
Yeah.
But the chain was like super loose on it, and I didn't have the tool to tighten the chain. And I was like, hey, if you get it going, like just do one quick little blast on the trigger there, and then just like don't get too close because I don't know if that chain's gonna whip off
I
or
know.
anything.
I know a guy back home. He's a tree surgeon. He worked with my mum. Nice guy, but he was like taking off a branch
Yeah.
with it, and it recoiled back at him.
Did it hit him in the
Ooh!
face?
So he's got like a scar across there, and he's missing a couple of like fingertips.
That's crazy.
I-
It's a great Halloween costume.
It's kind of an all-year costume for him, but yeah.
Yeah.
I won a Halloween costume once.
You won one?
Yeah, my mum is
What,
a really
you won
good
a
designer.
costume contest?
I
Or
won a costume-
You won a
won a
contest
costume.
that gave you a Halloween costume.
No, I won a costume contest.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I was about
continue.
6. I was about
Oh.
6 years old, and
All of us
my
are
mum
like,
had made
"Ah,
my mum had
okay."
made me a mummy costume.
Like a mommy or a mummy?
Mummy,
Okay.
like Egyptian mummy.
Speak English, man.
And it was very it was rather than being like the classic like TP over yourself, it was like tea soaked cloth, so it was like brownie. tint.
Right.
Wicked.
And it came off, so like the head piece came off as one, so I wasn't like
That's
tied up
so
in it. It was like a
cool.
jumpsuit with the thing bound over. I also once begged my mum to make me a costume of like a blue bottle of a fly because I was desperate to be one. And then I look miserable in every photo of me because everyone else was in like cool lion costumes and like wolf costumes and I'm just there in a blue bottle looking like a fly. She put so much work into it. I was so ungrateful, and I'm sorry. I'll get a picture. I'll get a picture of that for you.
Oh man, I freaking love it, man. I love seeing the kids coming up at trick or treating, all that. Even like I was saying, I have a son. He almost would rather stay at home and hand out the treats and stuff.
Are you forcing him out so you can go trick or treating as well, effectively?
I much rather stay at home. So what we do, I've noticed in the last few years, and this has been quite regular at home anyways, where kids today don't even say trick or treat. And that bugs the shit out of me, man. They'll come, they'll knock on the door, you open the door, and they just stand and stare at you.
They also don't walk anymore.
They get driven everywhere?
Yeah.
Well, that I understand, because there's a lot of crazy people out there, and you just...
In Bellevue?
Yeah, man, doesn't matter where. Could be anywhere. Yeah. I live in Bellevue, dude. But, so that always bothered me, and I was trying to figure out how, like, without being rude and, like, scary to these kids or whatever.
Isn't that the point?
Yeah, but...
Oh, yeah, I know where this story is going, and I'm going to argue with that right now.
All right. Well, you're going to let me finish the story first,
finish.
though.
Yeah, and then
Okay.
I'll... Yeah.
So what we started doing at home is now when these kids come and they knock on the door, if they don't say trick or treat, I'm just kind of like, well, how's it going? Like, you guys having a good night? You being sick? And I'll do that, and I'll give them like a solid 30 to 60 seconds of this, waiting for them to say trick or treat.
So you're doing crowd work with children.
With children. But
Okay,
if they
Matt,
don't,
right?
How many of you guys are from out of town?
if they don't say trick or treat, they get no treats, and we've got silly string at home, and they just we chase them out of the yard with silly string and just hose them out. It got to a point where nobody comes to my house and says trick or treat now because all the kids just want to get hosed down with silly string.
You're like a haunted house now.
Kinda, yeah. But we have a shit ton of fun with it, man.
Yeah.
Like, I've had my brother in like a coffin in the driveway hiding so that when I'm chasing
died
him
10 years
out,
ago,
he'll
but man, it
jump
looked
out.
good on the drive.
Like, oh man, we
That's
go all
quite
out.
good.
It's a lot of fun.
That's awesome.
And then we get to keep all the candy because I didn't hand any out. So like, and we get to munch on
Yeah,
it.
this wasn't going where I thought it would, so I'm not arguing with you.
All right. I think everybody
do your
should
kids
do that.
trick or treat then, Mark?
Yep.
Does the wife take them out, or do you take them out
No,
begrudgingly?
I'll take him out, so I don't have to hand out the candy.
Yeah, he sits in the
Yeah,
truck.
stay in the corner.
Who's the strange
In the
Frankenstein-esque? Who's that lurch at the bottom of my car?
That's what you should do. There's your costume, bro.
Open it. You rang.
I do love Halloween. I promise I haven't had a reason to get dressed up in the last couple of years, and I kind of.
Let's have a costume party.
I was gonna say, did we do anything last?
I don't think we did.
Oh, I did. My first year here, I did dress up. I dressed up as Robin Hood.
Men in tights?
Yeah. No, I didn't. No, I wasn't. Was I Robin Hood or was I Peter Pan? I can't remember which one I was because I kept getting confused with the other. But I was wearing green leggings.
Oh yeah, you showed
I
me
will
that.
again get a picture for you, Dallas, to put up at this moment. I looked fantastic.
Hell yeah.
It was the.
You always do,
It was
man.
thank you. It was a completely Value Village costume because I was like a month after I moved.
We've done a Halloween party in Bellevue at one point, and I had one of those green morph suits.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, until I wore it. It's very revealing.
It is, yeah. Yes,
Yeah.
I've worn a morph suit
So I
once.
actually had an Adam leaf going on too, because I was like, yeah, that's a little much,
Let's
maybe.
get a hockey cup.
We've been trying.
Oh,
We've been trying to
that
get
would've
out
been
Dallas
an
into a
idea.
morph suit for gigs and stuff for a long time.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah.
What would you go as next, Dallas? If we did a Halloween do?
Well, I'm gonna dress up as this anyway this year, but I'm gonna dress up as Wayne from Wayne's World.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah, we're gonna do a couple's costume.
Party
Nice.
time.
Girlfriend's
Wayne
gonna
and
be Garth. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
That'll be good.
You should do like you know this. There's a scene in
You should go
Wayne's
to Elf.
World where they're
and
dead.
he'll go as Mark.
You remember? Or no, it wasn't Wayne's World. I think it's the movie Stay Tuned. Have you ever heard of this movie before?
No.
Basically, they're like trapped in the TV, and every channel the TV gets clicked to, they're in these programs in the TV, and
Like WandaVision.
kinda. And then one of the channels they flipped to was an episode of when Wayne's World was on Saturday Night
Oh, yeah,
Live.
yeah, yeah.
So they end up on there, but Wayne and Garth are dead. They're zombies in
Oh.
that scene. But that's what you could go as, a dead Wayne
Yeah.
from Wayne and Garth,
That's pretty good.
or from Wayne's
What's
World.
the best costume you've done then, Joel?
Oh,
For yourself?
damn it. Man, I would just.
Because you've had a rambunctious youth, so I can imagine that there's been some pretty out there costumes.
I'm trying
in
to
your
remember
20s.
what they were. That wasn't Halloween, bro.
Well, what was
I'll tell you that one off camera. No, I remember one year I was the Mask, like Jim Carrey the Mask. I do have a picture somewheres. Oh, I think it's on Facebook actually. When I was real little, maybe like 4 or 5 years old, my mom dressed me up as like an Arabian, like Don Juan or some kind of ladies' man dude in Egypt. I looked super cute in that picture, man. I think that was probably one of my favorite ones.
Arabian Don Juan.
I don't know. I just remember him saying
Sheikh
Don.
Juan. Sheikh
Yeah.
Yusuf.
I'll show you after, but I don't really remember dressing up too much. Usually, one year I went as Eric Draven from The Crow. I did that one
That's
year.
a good one.
Yeah, my all-time #1
How about you, Alex?
movie, undisputed.
Oh,
The
like
Crow.
my favorite one I ever did? Oh, I don't know. Like when I think the one I put the most effort into is the one year that I just cobbled together a bunch of different Halloween costumes. So like I had like a Jason mask, and then I had a zombie costume, and then I had like a fake chainsaw, and then I had like just all kinds of shit just all together.
You've gone as the horror genre.
Yeah, pretty much.
effectively.
And then, but then, as like every Canadian kid knows, I also had to like make it work with my snowsuit because it was freaking cold.
I guess that's the only benefit from it getting warmer and warmer every year is that kids can
I know, right?
be a bit
Yeah.
more adventurous with their costumes.
There hasn't been snow on Halloween the past few years. It's been great.
Heck
Now,
yeah.
question. I'm going to posit this more towards like kids' costumes than like going to a Halloween party in your 20s or 30s or whenever. Should a costume be inherently a scary concept? Not necessarily, it doesn't have to be scary itself, but like, does a nurse count?
Sexy Nurse does.
Yeah, and then we get into the thing of
On a
sexy,
kid?
sexy costumes. Not necessarily.
No, not on a kid. No, not on a kid.
But like,
Okay.
if you have a kid being like, "I've dressed as a panda," I'm like, "That's not a Halloween." To me, part of me is like, "That's cool," but also that's not a Halloween costume.
I would agree
like,
with
you
you.
can.
on
I'm not
that.
expecting you to be like the most demonic monster
Yeah, put some
imaginable.
blood on that panda.
But like, be
yeah.
a skeleton. Be
Hey, man.
a ghost.
Yeah.
I was blue for Blue's Clues one year, so you can fuck off.
Was there
Dallas,
blood
see?
on the suit?
No.
Oh.
Where do you land on it? Should a Halloween costume be of a scary concept?
Well, I know people who just don't wear costumes at all. So
That wasn't the question.
people who just wear whatever.
Answer the damn question.
I'd say yeah.
I do think though that if you go to a costume party and you don't wear it, I don't put like I went once as myself in 20 years and just put some grey hairspray in. That's all I did. Like,
But you did something.
yeah,
Yeah.
I feel like doing nothing is just if you've gone to something that's explicitly a costume party
Yeah.
and you don't dress up, you're
Yeah.
being a bit of a dick.
Yeah, you should go home.
Has anybody ever done, like I did it one year, the classic ghost costume of just the sheet with the eyes?
No.
I've never done it actually.
My
It's
daughter
great.
actually wants to do that this year.
It's
and
really
just
great.
wear sunglasses.
I dressed
No.
up. I dressed up as like Ghost the band when
That doesn't shock me at
Did you
all.
go
Like,
as hang on,
Like
did you-
today.
Yeah, this is every day.
he owns one shirt.
No, he owns 3 ghost shirts and one other. Did you go as
Papa Emeritus,
Papa
or-
Emeritus,
No,
Cornucopia, or as one
you
of
were
the
a
names?
ghoul.
Ooh.
I was Cardinal Copia.
Nice.
Have you, Mark, have you ever dressed up for Well, I guess you said yes at that costume party that we went to. Yeah. So never mind. I was going to ask you, have you ever dressed up? But you answered that already. Yeah.
Well, you know, this isn't just to, this segment of the podcast isn't just for us to find out more about like what you guys are into and just to have a chat about interests other than the big M word.
Yeah.
It's also to let Dallas learn a little bit more about the world and just get some more
McDonald's?
information.
That's right.
This one.
The big M.
Dallas,
Dude, I was
music.
here at a show that you were running sound for here.
Oh yeah, the
And
Rami Mat.
You
The
betcha.
one time you cover for me.
I thought you did a good job, man. So bravo to you.
the best
Well done.
sound guy this pub has.
Yeah, so what about the
Also-
other
also-
99% of the shows that are here? How are those, Joel?
Dude, I haven't.
Yeah, we never come here.
Dallas, do you have any questions for these guys?
Who's your what's your favorite horror themed wrestler?
Horror Undertaker,
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
100%.
Fuck, you lost me, dude.
He's from. Is he not from Saskatoon?
No, that's
I'm gonna debate you on this. I think.
he was
Undertaker is not from Saskatoon.
No, he's from Texas.
One of the I know Owen and Bret Hart's dad was from Saskatchewan originally, but and Brock Lesnar lives here now.
I know either Bret Hart or Mick Foley went to like a school here in Saskatoon.
So now we're talking about two things I have nothing with: wrestling and Halloween,
You're having a great time.
and horror movies.
Don't worry, we are going to move on now. So we're going to move on to our regularly scheduled programming. I nearly lost my pen. It's not even my pen.
You have a regular scheduled
We
program?
do, yeah. So the Passion Project is only a little bit of this.
Oh,
So
shit.
we're going to move on to our first segment. So we've revamped some of our segments for our loyal listeners out there. Adam Beitel and my parents.
Adam Beitel.
He's our biggest fan, man.
All his
Hi,
parents.
Adam.
So this first segment is called Who Dis. I'm going to give you the name of a person who exists in real life. I'm not expecting you to know who this person is. I want you to give me what you think their biography is based on the vibe of their name alone.
All right.
Your person today, for you.
Who do you want to go first?
I'll do one for you, and then I'll do one. I'll do
Okay.
one for
All right.
Joel, and then one for Mark.
Yeah, yeah.
Joel, your person is Urban Shocker.
Oh my God, this is such a freaking 1980s porn star, big time, Urban Shocker, and he's just like, do you know who? What's that guy's name on Kill Tony?
No. Carry on.
Anyways, but think of him as like an old wrestling type, greasy, curly, long hair, maybe a little biker looking, but yeah, Urban Shocker,
Nice.
1980s porn star.
Do you want to know who
Are you
Urban
thinking of like Bruiser Brody?
No, I'm thinking of. Damn it! I'll come back to me on that. I'll do a quick little Google search.
do you want to know who Urban Shocker really was?
Sure.
He was a member of the Yankees in the 1920s.
The Yankees. Yeah.
Honestly,
another.
baseball names are an absolute treasure trove
I
for this.
think the hit
Babe
porn
Ruth.
that Urban Shocker was in was called Yankees.
I can imagine that. It's like Debbie does Dallas. It's I don't know. Yuri does Yankees.
What?
Nancy does New York.
Debbie does Dallas?
Yeah.
No? Yes? Okay.
Your person, I will say, is not a baseball player. Your person is Dingle McIntosh. Dingle McIntosh Foot.
Dingle McIntosh Foot.
Yes.
Sounds like a British tennis player that won the 1996 Wimbledon in 6-2, 6-1, and 6-3.
Down.
Sounds like someone I went to
Oh,
school
sorry, but it was 6'4".
with. That is a good one. It does. I mean, you cottoned on. It is an incredibly British name. I mean, that is the most British name, isn't it? Dingle McIntosh Foot.
Yeah.
It's not the most English name, but it's
pretty posh.
undeniably.
It's posh.
He was actually the MP for Dundee, 1931 to 1945.
The what?
A member of
He was member of
Parliament.
Parliament in Scotland.
Not really close
Scottish.
for a year.
Shit.
Yeah.
I knew it.
There is a place in Ireland called Dingle. I've never been. For the longest time though, every time I heard someone talk about the town of Dingle in Ireland, I thought it was like a made up place. Like
Yeah.
a lot, like in the way that a lot of people think Timbuktu is a fake place. No, I thought Dingle was a fake place. It's not.
I grew
Wait,
up thinking,
Timbuktu is not a fake place.
No, it's in
I grew
Mali.
up thinking the same thing. Yeah.
No, that exists.
It's in Mali. It was the former capital of the Empire of Mali. I think.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
I've always thought that was something that my grandpa just said.
No,
Like,
it's
"Oh,
just a
on
far off place.
Timbuktu."
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a Dill Newfoundland.
Is there?
Thanks, Dallas. Thanks for the contribution, kiddo.
He's not wrong.
Unfortunately, he isn't. This next segment, I'll pause it. Mark, I feel like I'll give you this one first. This is Hill to Die On. We're gonna
a
give
new
you
segment.
This is
no.
one of our new segments. I just need you to argue against Dallas for 60 seconds,
Approximately.
your take on this argument, and Dallas is going to debate you from the other side. I just want to see, and then we'll just let the viewers decide who wins this one. Today, I just want to know which is better, chicken or steak?
Okay, so you're asking an ex-vegetarian.
Yeah.
This is interesting. Steak or chicken? I'll go with chicken. And the only reason is it's more versatile than steak. Steak is very, you have to have it a certain way.
Fair enough.
And if I were to go with steak, it would have been medium rare. But chicken is one of those, you can eat it on anything. You can have a sandwich with chicken. You can have chicken in your salad. Chicken goes well with everything. Yeah.
Dallas, how are you going to
Period.
respond to this?
You can go medium well on a steak, but you can't go medium well on a chicken. It has to be well done.
You cannot
You
go
can al-
medium
you
well
can-
on a steak. How dare you?
Can do, well, you can do
Yes, you
No,
can.
no.
Let the
Yes,
man, let
you
the man
can.
speak. Let him defend
See, at
himself
least-
from,
Right,
his,
okay.
from his tiny
Yeah.
person.
steak. When you're cooking steak, you can just mess around and cook it however you want, and it's not gonna disadvantage with your health. Whereas chicken, you have to make sure it's perfectly cooked. For especially for the beginners like who cooks, and also there's just more. A cow is bigger than a chicken, so therefore there's more steak.
Wait, what did you just
And-
say? Did you say there's more cows than chickens?
No, a
it's
cow
a-
is bigger
a
than
cow
a
is
chicken.
Oh, I
bigger.
thought he just said there's more cows than chickens.
So a cow is bigger than a chicken, therefore
still
more
not.
steak to have, and therefore I win.
All right, let
so
us
the cow could kick the chicken's ass and that wins, is what you're saying?
let us know who you think chicken or steak. We'll put this up on the Instagram and on the TikTok to see which one does better.
Team chicken. Hashtag.
Reset yourself, Dallas. You've got to come in hot on another topic in a second. Joel, I want to know for you. I think I know which side you're going to come from, and I think I know which side Dallas is going to come from. What's better, rural or urban living?
We had this conversation on the drive here. Anyway.
I'm going. Oh man, they both have their advantages and disadvantages. But if I have to,
There's a hill to die on.
Gun to my head, I'm gonna say rural, for sure. Just like a lot of times that a small community, the family aspect of it and helping one's neighbor is just so more prone to happen in rural Sask than a big city or in an urban community, right? In my opinion. I see it, but I also see the opposite of that too in rural communities. But I would say rural. I'm gonna go with that. It's
Well,
just,
we're going to throw over to our Vancouverite resident Vancouverite.
I swear,
Dallas.
if you mention Big Boy once,
So
Why is urban living
So,
better, Dallas?
urban is better because without rural, there's no urban in it. When there's no urban, there's no urban people, urban restaurants, urban culture in the rural world. And it's just harder to say rural than it is to say urban. So that's my.
that was the most confusing. What?
Honestly, the best part of that was what bit I agree most with is that it's easy to say urban than rural.
That's the only part that made any grammatical sense.
Well, if you can decipher what Dallas said, please let us know. Do you think Dallas is right, or do you think Joel is right for that segment? I'm going to take a little break for a second. I'm not going to speak for a while. This is Alex's segment, so I get to sit back with some beer and just enjoy that. Just enjoy. We've been talking about movies today, so we're going to keep a little bit on that theme.
hell
Well,
yeah.
ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the new edition of Are You Smarter Than Dallas Outsider, the Seen It edition. So we've done away with the 1993 trivia questions. So yeah, we've moved on to Seen It.
Which I got all the answers wrong on the Juliella episode.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm gonna knock this out of the park. That's my time. I got everyone wrong. Everyone.
Yeah, and it's one of the reasons why we moved over to Seen It to give people a
Seen
fighting
It's a
chance.
bit easier. Yeah, it's all film questions. So yeah, it's a lot easier.
was
So
raised
yeah,
in a cave.
I'll give you guys can work as a team on this one. I'll give you the question first. If you pass or can't get it or get the answer wrong, I move to Dallas and he tries to steal. So, what movie involves an advertising company, leg wax, and Nick Marshall?
Oh, I have no idea. I don't even know who's Nick Marshall.
Character in the movie.
Yeah, I don't even know who that is.
Advertising
Say
agent?
the three
Pardon?
things again.
An advertising company, leg wax, and Nick Marshall.
I think I know this.
I think I've seen this movie once. It kind of sucks.
Leg wax. I have no idea.
Advertising company, that would be up my alley, but
Because you watch movies about advertising
I
companies
do
all the
actually.
time.
Sometimes I do.
My God. Marshall.
You guys have a wild guess, or are you
I've got-
passing?
I'm going to guess
Boiler room.
for getting Sarah Marshall.
No.
Oh, that was my guess.
Oh,
Oh gosh. The 41-year-old version.
No, it's What Women Want.
right.
I was trying to think, like, what I realized while thinking about that is there are a lot more films about advertising agencies than
Yeah.
I thought there were. At first glance, I was like, yeah, I'm going through a lot. There are a lot of films about advertising.
And I'm just like, leg wax and 40-year-old virgin was one I
I
thought
still
too.
love What Women Want. It hasn't aged super duper well, but I enjoyed it when I was a kid.
Yeah.
I think it kind of died out when he was getting all that flack for his
Yeah.
comments online there or whatever, right?
I
Yeah.
saw some clips recently somewhere.
Interesting.
Yeah.
What do women want, Ollie?
Fuck.
No, man.
I don't know. Maybe we need to watch that movie again.
No, you don't.
We'll get the other halves on the podcast and ask them.
All right, so a question from one of my favorite movie franchises. The tagline for this famous film was, "In space, no one can hear you scream."
First two, I'm thinking either like Star Trek or Star Wars.
No. I'm thinking Spaceballs.
Scream with laughter.
In space, no one can hear you scream.
Apollo 13?
No. Dallas?
Alien.
Alien.
Oh,
I
Dallas is
shoulda known
Dallas is
that.
roaring into the season with a lead of 1-0 at question 2.
I don't think he's ever gotten more than one, but here we go, Dallas. Well, I guess if they do, yeah. For what film did Tom Hanks win his first Oscar?
His first Oscar.
Splash? Did he win an Oscar for that? I'm thinking like Big Splash.
Wasn't it later in his career that
The
he got
Money
Oscars?
Pit?
Didn't he get his Oscars only later?
I don't have a clue. I'm going to say The Burbs.
Sure.
No. Dallas?
Big Bubba Forrest Gump.
No. It's Philadelphia.
Oh, Philadelphia.
That was his first Oscar.
yes.
Yeah,
That was
it
90s.
Philadelphia, then it was Forrest Gump the next year. He won them back to back.
Oh.
So all those old retro ones I was naming out, he didn't win jack shit for any of those.
Bag. There were some good ones in there, but yeah,
Right?
he didn't win for
Joe
any of
versus
those.
Volcano.
You were desperate for people.
Last
to
season, I desperately wanted somebody to name Joe versus the Volcano as their favorite Tom Hanks film, just because it'd be so niche.
Never happened.
So, question 4.
Is that your favorite Tom Hanks movie?
No, I said Da Vinci Code.
It is?
Yeah.
Ooh.
What movie involves football, Quan, and Rod Tidwell?
What was the second one?
What movie involves football, Quan, and Rod
How
Tidwell?
spelling Quan?
Oh, that's Jerry Maguire.
Jerry Maguire. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Just
knew that.
1-1.
Okay, it's
I knew that.
1-1.
So
This is the
this
final
is
question.
it.
It's all
The
for this
Quan.
one.
How can you forget the Quan?
I've never seen it.
What actress appeared in all of the following films? Heathers, Edward Scissorhands, and Reality Bites.
Oh, that's the Winona Ryder.
Winona Ryder.
Yay!
Dang.
2-1. Congratulations, guys, as being the season winner.
Season
so far.
1 winner.
Good job, buddy.
Episode 1 winners.
I'm glad I could
Dallas, do better
contribute.
next time.
Yeah.
I couldn't let you win, Dallas.
Yeah.
Next, we're going to move on to our quickfire section. These are 10 questions that we use just to get a sort
Good
of.
luck with that one on this guy.
This is just to give as a basic idea of who you guys are and to create a future profile for any criminal investigators who might need to look into you guys.
So, you know what quick means?
Relatively.
Relatively. Question 1. Favorite Jack Black movie?
Favorite Jack Black movie?
could
Tenacious
both have
D
an
and the
answer.
Pick of Destiny.
Oh, yeah, me too. Yeah.
Yep. Same one?
Yep.
Nice. Good choice. Good
That
choice.
is a good
Yeah,
choice,
yeah.
yeah.
Question 2. Weirdest celebrity crush you've ever had?
Weirdest or my current?
Weirdest. If it's the same, I don't mind.
And by weird, I think we've kind of decided we mean like niche.
I always have had a crush on Alyssa Milano from Who's the Boss. That was a big
I've
one.
never seen Who's the Boss.
That was a big one for
What
me
a
growing up.
fantastic answer, of which you only had one.
That's still not weird, though.
It's a niche one. I wouldn't expect anyone
Yeah,
to say that.
that's a bit more niche. Yeah, that's a bit out of the way.
What about yours, Mark? Please.
The fact that it's TV at all.
Oh, I know who yours is.
No, you don't.
I do.
No, you don't.
Meghan Markle.
Oh. That's not weird or neat.
Interestingly, mine's Queen Maxima of the Netherlands, so it all works out in the end.
I forget her name. I'm drawing a blank on her name.
What,
I like
mo-
how you
what
were
movie?
talking to him about
She's-
taking too long with an answer.
She's a musician from Holland,
Drink.
so you won't know.
Yeah.
Drink.
She goes to a different school, you wouldn't know her name.
She's Canadian.
different zip code. God damn it! I had a conversation with a friend of mine about this a long time ago.
All right, we'll move on to the next question while Mark gets that sorted.
Yeah.
What's your comfort food?
Oh, any type of pasta, lasagna, spaghetti, anything like that. That's probably my favorite.
It's a good choice. It is.
Yeah.
It is.
Any type of pasta, like load up on carbs and then just feel like shit after. I love that. I love it.
What about you, Mark?
Comfort food?
Favorite comfort food? Yeah.
Potato chips.
Any particular flavor? Oh, hold that thought. Hold that thought. Hold that thought, because we're going to
You'll
come
see
to that
why.
in a second. Next question is, if given the option between elevator and stairs, do you take the stairs?
No.
Depends on how high.
How high are you willing to go?
I like the honesty over here.
So a friend of mine used to live in a high rise, 10 stories up, and we often took the stairs, just cause.
Like just for exercise or
Yeah. But we were all runners at that time, so it was kind of like a
Just an extra bit of
a
running.
one up type thing.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I can do this faster.
Incline training.
Yeah.
elevator all day long.
Even if it's just one floor up.
Yeah, if I have the opportunity to, and without looking foolish. I
Absolutely
mean, if
not.
I'm in a group of people and they're all taking the stairs, I might even still take the elevator. Like, dude, I'm like a crippled old man. I'm telling
It
you,
also
dude.
depends.
I
It
don't
depends
do
on the
good with
state of
stairs.
the elevator. If I have to wait for the elevator and it's faster for me to go up the stairs, I'll take the stairs.
Maybe.
I'll usually go to about the second or third floor, and after that, then
Yeah.
I'll start thinking about it. If someone else says, "Oh, we should take the lift," oh no, I'll get it. Next question. You guys have been you've travelled a little bit in your time.
A little bit.
Where has the best tap water?
Holland.
Anywhere in particular? Or the whole country?
Yeah, northeast.
Northeast.
Yeah.
The best tap water? My house in Bellevue, Saskatchewan.
Good tap water.
The best.
Actually, I have had tap water at yours. It's not bad up there.
Ah, hey yo.
It's not bad.
But it still smells like chlorine.
Yeah, but not nearly as bad as anywhere else. There's a
Have you been to the northeast part of Holland?
well, no, I'm just going off of
Okay.
where
If you
I've
got to
been
name one
and where
province,
I
which province are you going for?
tap water.
Province? Like here? Or
No,
back home?
Netherlands. For best tap water in the northeast.
Groningen.
Nice. Good choice. Good choice with Groningen. And this is why I had to shove you a little bit on the potato chip. I do apologise that for Mark,
All
but
right,
it was
yep.
worth it for this.
Yep.
If you won a flavour competition, what potato chip flavour would you introduce?
Like I can choose an
Anything.
existing one that's out there, but it was me that
No.
introduced it out there.
No,
Brand new one.
You get
brand.
anything you want.
Oh.
You got to
Basically,
create a
that
new
Lay's
flavour.
competition that they do.
Yeah,
what would
yeah,
your
yeah, yeah.
What would your pitch be?
I'm not giving Lay's the time of day until they sponsor us.
Oh my god, what type of chip
I did.
flavor?
You know what? So this is not a potato chip, but I like the Doritos Bold.
Okay.
That kind of flavor, but in a potato chip.
What's the Doritos Bold?
It's like it's not spicy, but it has a lot of flavor.
It's spiceful, not spicy.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Interesting.
I don't know. I
don't know
just
what you
keep
would
thinking
call
like
it, but
this probably doesn't make any sense. I keep thinking like chocolate chip cookie dough.
oh,
Some
that's
type of cookie
disgusting.
dough.
Huh.
I would be fascinated to try that because it wouldn't because potatoes are fairly bland base. Like if you take the salt away from it,
Yeah,
it's
there's-
not inherently bad.
What, Dallas? What was the thing? I've talked with you about this before, but like it was there was two kinds they had. One was a potato chip covered in chocolate, and then one was just chocolate, but it looked like a potato chip. I think it was called Swoops.
Oh, I can't remember.
snaps.
I think those ones are still like at like the dollar store too.
Yeah.
We have them in the UK. Snaps are like chocolate Pringles, effectively.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, they were great. We used
Cool.
to get them on the way to school. Next question. This one's an easy one. Best tree.
Tree?
Yeah. What's the best tree?
We just look at each other blankly. I'm gonna have to go with either birch or pine.
Both solid answers.
That's for burning.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll let you define what I mean by best.
I like oak trees.
Always a good choice. American or European?
Yes.
They got oak trees over there.
Just a touch. What household item would you like to have a chat with?
To have a chat with?
If you could talk to one appliance or one bit of furniture in your house, what would it be?
That fucking coffee table that I keep stubbing my toe on.
Yeah, right? I was thinking something similar.
Why does it
Bastard.
hate you so
Why
much?
does it keep moving?
The toilet.
Toilet? Yeah.
Yep.
The stories.
Yep. The stories that toilet must.
Tone, if your toilet was sentient, would you rather it crave your shit or hate you for it?
Yeah.
Next question. What chain restaurant or fast food place has the best bathroom?
Ooh, best
bathroom?
bathroom.
Yeah. Reliably. I'm not asking for, I'm not talking about like the McDonald's in Rosthern. I'm like, you're just on the highway and you see one come up and you're like, that's
I
the one
was
I'm going
gonna
for.
say that I believe it's the Tim Hortons in Prince Albert, Saskatchewan. The bathrooms are pretty cool because they've all got black lights in the bathroom so that you can't see veins. So people there
But
used
it
to be
also
a
feels like
problem where people would go and inject in those bathrooms.
But everyone else, it just feels like a party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So those are pretty cool. I've never seen any black lights in other bathrooms outside of Prince Albert.
That's
Fair
kind of
enough.
cool,
I
actually.
would say the Tim Hortons in Prince Albert.
Nice.
Interesting. I would go for co-op gas stations
Ooh,
if you're
that's a good choice.
traveling. But
The one
fast-
in Wynyard is awesome.
Yeah, the one in Winnie into the one in, is it Kinderslow or Kenaston that we passed through?
Kenaston.
It's a good one as well.
But fast food, I've so far had good experiences at a Fat Burger.
Nice.
I'll take that. And this is my last question for you in this segment. Sports? Question mark.
You go ahead first.
Yes.
Yes. Pro sport?
Formula One.
Interesting.
Hockey, not so much.
So if I'm being dead honest, I used to be really big fan of hockey. Watched a lot of hockey every Saturday night. Saturday night hockey night in Canada. That was my jam. Till my wife moved in the house. I have no fucking clue what's going on in football, hockey, you name the sport. I have no clue. Like sports are not allowed in my home.
We
Would
love
you
you,
like to get
Janelle.
back into it?
I was telling him on the drive here, I was like, dude, let's get season tickets to the Raiders in PA. Like, let's go. Yeah, I would definitely like to get back in that groove.
As local sports team season ticket holders, it's worth it.
Oh, yeah.
It is, right?
it's so
Even
much-
Rush. I've never been to a Rush game.
It's so
Really?
I heard they're amazing.
Dude, the
Yeah,
amount
I'm
of people,
telling you,
the amount of people I
zero
know
sports.
who've gone to see the Rush, but everyone comes back having a great time
Yeah.
from Rush games. Apparently, just
I've-
so
Yeah,
much
dude.
fun.
And those
Yeah.
50-50s
The problem,
up there, bro.
Dallas doesn't
They're
know
up
anything
there.
about 50-50s. Bugger used my ticket at the Berries once, and he won the 50-50.
How much did you win?
It was labeled as a couple grand, but I won like 1,100.
Hell yeah. Let's go.
Yeah.
I love that.
the only thing about lacrosse, the Rush games, is that if you don't know lacrosse, you're just there and
Oh yeah,
you're just going with the vibe.
that's what I
No
pretty much
idea
have
what's
to do.
going on the courts.
You slowly work
Field.
out this. Effectively,
Well,
it's
isn't it-
effectively hockey hockey about chest level. So rather than the puck being on the ground, you carry it around.
Right.
It's a little bit more like that. It's
Yeah.
great fun.
Does it get pretty physical?
You can
Oh,
do,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah,
It depends on the team, apparently.
Right.
But other than that, I don't know. I would like to go see more Rush. But that's the last question I have for you. Alex, there's one more for
And
you.
my question is kind of got added when we started season 2 here, just because my fiance and I had a little bit of a debate about this. So, if you had a brand new 4-slice toaster, which side would you use first? And are you waiting for that side to crap out before using the other side?
I would use it to its full capability every single time. So what I would be doing is instead of making 2 pieces of toast, right? I'd be making 4. I would have 2 and I would give my partner the other 2. every single time, whether she wants them or not.
What if you're by yourself?
Okay.
They can stay on the counter for when they arrive.
Oh, you love her so much. You give
I
her
made
dry
you lunch,
toast.
but you weren't here on time. No, I'd be making 4 all the time. Bam, bam, and then you see which one lasts longer.
Okay, that solves nothing. So
Interesting. So we have a little toaster oven that we put the toast in. We don't have an actual 4, but I would
These are the worst
probably.
people to ask.
Okay, so do you have to do 2 at a time, or can you do each individual?
Who's having just one slice of toast?
Oh yeah, there you go. Put 1 slice in each side.
I guess that's interesting. Interesting. I never thought about that.
Because if you can do each individually, just plop them in wherever they fall and use
Wherever
that.
they
And
fall.
yeah, you aim it in and
What is
He's Dutch. He's Dutch,
that's
man.
anarchy? Wherever they fall. How?
okay. So on Monday you start on the left.
Oh, I hate that even more.
Tuesday you do the second one.
So what's currently going on?
So the problem is
okay.
I thought we were using the right side of the toaster, only the right side of the toaster. Turns out we've also been using the left side of the toaster. So the toaster's lifespan is now half in my mind. And I'm not happy about it.
No,
And then-
that's the same
No, but
debate
then
as winter tires.
Yeah, but the issue is he then brought it to us, and he was like, "You use the right side first, right?" And I was like, "No, I use the left side." And he just that starts a whole new.
No,
kettle
but
of-
that's the
kettle
same
of
problem
worms.
with winter tires. Everybody's like, "Oh, winter tires are expensive." Yes, but you're putting your summer tires away, so you're not using them.
Yeah.
So essentially, you use them all the same.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, toaster's the same way.
Yeah.
If you're not using the right, you're using the left.
Exactly.
So you're saving the right side,
Yeah. I'm saving the left side because I thought we were just using the right side.
but it doesn't matter.
Yes, it does.
If you're using the left side over and over and over and over, that's going to burn out quicker
cut
than
the bucket
when
some
you.
point.
Why would it burn out quick? It's going to burn out the same amount of time, though.
No.
I'm gonna move this on because I feel like we are going in circles.
Something about a hill to
Keep us
die on or
expensive.
something.
This should be the hill to die. Jiminy biscuits. So this next segment is
Oh,
called,
hang on. Sita Vermeulen.
Oh,
That's that
Look it
girl's
up.
name?
Yep.
Okay.
I got
okay.
pictures if you want.
I
Cut that
sure.
back.
See, I thought he was just saying something in Dutch that just ended that debate, and I was like, "Well, how the fuck am I supposed to know what you just said?" Oh, you got me there, I guess.
I guess you're right.
That's a good choice. This is the next segment called "Who Said It." I'm going to give you the So I want you to. I'm going to give you 2 tweets. I want you, 2 tweets, yeah, or
So-
tweets or whatever they're called now.
Post from X. Okay.
Yes. And I just want you to, I want to know who you think said it. Was it Rod Stewart, Sir Rod Stewart, or the
Or
gremlin
Dallas?
sitting next to me, Dallas Outsider? This first one is.
Is it for both of us or?
I'll let you confer between the two of you. More dates just added to my European tour. Germany and Portugal. Grab your tickets and let's make it a tour to remember. Who
Dallas?
said it?
I'm gonna say
100%.
Dallas.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that was Sir Rod Stewart.
What?
Oh, I thought it was a trick.
Unfortunately, this is, and then the second one is, I want to know who said this, Sir Rod Stewart or Dallas Outsider. There should be a TV show called The Masked Wrestler, where it's like The Masked Singer, but we try to find out the celebrity that's being powerbombed through a flaming table.
Rod Stewart, 100%.
I'm gonna go with Dallas.
That was Dallas. Dallas, have you got any funding for this show?
What?
Have you had any production companies reach out?
No.
I just realized give Dallas's Twitter a shout out because it's a trip, man.
It really is. Dallas Outsider of Outsider Radio. Just find it there. It is. It is fascinating. It's a fascinating deep dive into a consciousness that you didn't know you wanted and you don't.
Do you have more?
No, that's. I do
Oh.
have another one actually. Okay, no, I can do another one for you.
Yeah.
This one is Who Said It? Dallas Outsider or the famed motivational speaker Tony Robbins. Where focus goes, energy flows. If we don't make the time to focus on what matters to us, then we'll live a life of someone else's design.
I'm gonna say Robbins.
I'm going to say neither of them because somebody else said that way
That-
before both of them.
Almost certainly true, but that was Tony Robbins. And then who said, I love mixing dipping sauces in all caps.
Oh, Dallas, we love you, buddy.
Rod Stewart.
Honestly, Rod Stewart feels like the kind of guy to do that. Rod Stewart looks like someone's grandmother but loves trains, and I just really like that.
What, someone's grandmother can't love trains?
Maybe. This last segment from me is secret time. I'm going to give you a secret
Oh my God.
about each
They
one
named
of
it.
us.
They named the segment after you.
I love it.
And I'm also going to give you one fake out. So I want you to know, I want you to work out which one is about each of us and which one is the fake out. The first one is one of us played baseball for 10 years. The second is one of us swam competitively for 1 week. The third is one person got 1 goal in their entire soccer school career. And the fourth is one of us was selected but did not play for their country's national youth basketball team.
And one of these is true.
One of them
one's
is true about
fake.
each of us, and
But one
one's
of them is
fake.
fake.
And do we have to say whose is?
Who do you think
who's-
gets assigned what?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Same again.
So one of us played baseball for 10 years.
Okay. That one
I can see Alex playing
ball.
maybe. Okay. What's the next one?
One of us swam competitively for 1 week.
That's you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say you on that.
The third one is one of us scored precisely 1 goal in our school soccer career, as it were.
That's gonna be Alex.
Okay.
And the fourth is one of us was selected but did not play for our country's national basketball youth team.
That one's Dallas, and
Yeah.
the 10-year baseball's fake.
Yeah?
Yeah, I agree.
You got 1 correct. I played competitive. I was a competitive swimmer for 1 week.
For 1 week?
and then they put me in the bottom team, and I didn't want to have to work my way back up, so I quit immediately after that first session.
That was my experience with volleyball, actually.
Alex, what was your
I
secret?
played ball.
For 10
See?
years.
Yeah, from
You
T-ball
listen
all
to
the
me every
way
once in a
up
while.
high school ball.
Dallas, what was true about you?
I scored 1 goal in soccer.
And what grade were you in?
Grade 1 to 2.
And yeah, none of us got picked for our national basketball team, unfortunately.
Grade 1.
Well, thank you, gentlemen. That's everything that we've got. But I do want to say that the no music bit is now over. If you guys have any shout-outs, we'd love to hear them from you guys. Do you have any shout-outs?
Anything
at
you
all?
want to plug?
When's this episode being
This
released?
episode will be released a couple of weeks from now.
First week in October,
First
second week in October?
Yeah, first, second week in October.
Yeah. Check out funkymoosrecords.ca. Check out funkymoosedigital.ca.
Actually, that's
Check out funkymooseradio.ca.
that's a good point. The only shout out that I would be giving is actually to please like and subscribe to Funky Moose Records on YouTube, you guys. This episode
watching
will be
this
on
right now.
there.
Watching
and
it right now. And if you're not
it's-
watching,
yeah.
if you're just listening to it, you can still
You're
subscribe
pro-
over there.
If
Yeah.
you've pirated this on some other platform,
Yeah.
please go over to YouTube.
Thank you. Thank you.
I promise you, if you are watching this, just have a look and see if you are subscribed. If not, please click that. If you haven't clicked the like button, the bell notification, do all that thing, you guys. Seriously, does help that algorithm. It doesn't take a lot of people.
Yep.
You can get like 20 or 30 people to click that button. It makes a huge flipping difference.
Well,
so please
Thank you
do
so
that.
much for both of you for being on today. Thank you so much to my co-host and my producer for being here today. Thank you so much to Somewhere
Your
Else for hosting.
co-host and your producer.
Yeah.
Holy, season 2, Ollie's a cocky son of a-
Thank you so much
out
to
of the
Somewhere
gate.
Else. Thank you so much to Somewhere Else for
Man.
hosting the podcast. Thank you so much to everyone who's been listening and supporting us so long. We're in season 2, baby. We've made it this far.
Hell yeah.
And thank you so much to everyone who's going to come on soon. We've got some exciting episodes coming up soon, so please pay attention. Next week's episode is going to be a real doozy.
Oh, it's gonna be a
That's
big
all
one.
I'll say. Alex, have you got anything else for us?
Yeah, I have one final segment. It's my personal favorite segment that we've got so far. This segment is what we're ending on. It's called "Is This Your Card?" So, Joel, would you pick a card for me?
Absolutely. I love card
Now,
tricks.
don't show it to me. Show it to the camera. Show it to your friend Mark over there. And
camera see that? I hope so.
The Queen of Diamonds. Okay.
whoa,
Amazing.
so now put that back in the deck. I promise this will be even more impressive. All right, we're gonna give this a bit of a shuffle-upagus. So, is this your card?
No.
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 Is this your card? Is this your card?
You weirdo. You're just gonna go until you get it. Right?